New developments in a shocking story that we told you about a few months ago, the first time around. Jack McClellan is a Seattle man, he's from Seattle, who calls himself a pedophile. He says he never touched any children, but he runs a website that's practically a how-to for pedophiles. It lists places where young children congregate. McClellan was basically run out of Seattle, but has resurfaced in Southern California, and he's at it again, taking pictures of little girls and posting them on the internet. But some outraged parents are fighting back. Ron Thibault started JackMcClellan.com to counter McClellan's site and to provide tools to fight against pedophilia. Joining me now is admitted pedophile Jack McClellan and the man who is trying to stop him, Ron Thibault. Welcome. Jack, let me ask you the first question. I know that you say that you claim that you've never touched a child in a sexual way or anything that would be a crime. Are you worried that one day you might?
Not really. I just don't see, I just can't vision it happening.
All right, Ron, you're laughing. Why?
I don't believe him because of his admissions. Come on, Jack. Tell the world, you know, millions and millions of people are watching, Jack. What did you say on the Rick Roberts show? Come on. I mean, your admissions are horrible. You're grandstanding. Tell everyone. Look at, take the glasses off, guy. I don't have glasses on. Come on, let the world see you. Tell them what you said, Jack.
Are you afraid for the world to see you, Jack?
Well, it's just kind of moot at this point. I mean, he just showed my mugshot. Well, I mean, the thing is, I gotta exit this studio in a few minutes, and there have been so many threats against me, and I just don't see the point of adding fuel to the fire.
Are you suing the Santa Monica police right now?
I haven't really started the process of exploring that with an attorney, but and obviously I'm not an attorney, but I mean, it just raised a lot of questions in my mind about exactly whether that was legal or...
What? Why do you want to sue them? What did they do to you? What have people done to you?
Well, they questioned me last week at a restaurant in the city of Santa Monica, and right before they left, one of the officers asked if he could take my picture. And I thought about it for a few seconds, and I said to myself, well, you know, this might be beneficial if a child is sexually assaulted in Santa Monica or grabbed or whatever, they could just pull that out and immediately eliminate me as a suspect. I had previously explained to him my concerns about all the threats and everything, and it didn't even enter my mind that they would immediately turn around and put this out as kind of a sex offender notification to the whole world, really. It was on the internet the very next day.
Well, you've certainly made yourself very public, so there's no reason for people not to be very aware of you, and I feel really everybody should be very aware of you and what you look like. Would you take your glasses off for us now?
Come on, Jack. Come on. You can go on my website. We could see you.
I mean,
Jack, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless at this point, but I just...
Jack, I want to ask you a question.
I just don't feel the point of adding to
I just want to point out
paranoia.
All right, I just want to point out to Ron Thibault that Ron Thibault was abused as a child, and that's why he's so passionate about stopping you from hurting anybody. Ron, go ahead.
Jack, let's get back to, let me ask you a question, Jack. And you've been honest with me. You wrote me emails. You're a straightforward person. I want to ask you a question, and please give me the correct answer. Be honest with me, Jack. Were you abused as a child? Just come out and tell me if you were, because that way we can...
No.
Come on, Jack. Come on.
No, that's why I kind of always chuckle every time someone throws that at me. It's just, I mean, no.
Jack, can you see what you're doing, though? I mean, I've asked you this, Jack. You're exploiting children. And I don't understand also why at 45 you're coming out of the closet with this. I just don't understand why you waited so long, Jack. I mean, are you looking for the attention? Yes, I was abused as a child. Let me tell you something, Jack. It has long-term ramifications. Look at me. I mean, I get emotional about it, and I just don't see the point what you're doing here, Jack.
All right, Ron, hold on. I'm going to bring in Dr. Keith Ablow, and I know that Jack, you spoke with him earlier today. You're listening to this exchange. You have a question for Jack?
Yeah, absolutely. This is somebody, by the way, who is so disconnected from the feelings of others that he compares photographing little girls for the prurient interests of other men who might look at them as like a bird watcher taking pictures of pretty birds. In other words, they're not even human to him, which suggests, Jack, that you suffered something in your own childhood that would have severed you from your ability to feel for others. And when I talked to you last time, you said, well, I don't know. I mean, I was disciplined in a way that I wouldn't discipline my own kids if I had them. So give us a concrete example, because you wouldn't do that when I talked to you last time. The worst way in which you were disciplined was what?
Well, let me just preface that by saying, I mean, I'm sure most of the population of the U.S. could say that they were unfairly disciplined at some point.
No, but you're different, because when I asked you, you said that you had nothing that you could remember in your childhood about which you were disappointed, that nobody had caused you any pain. And in the ABLO way of thinking, that means that you need to spend more time figuring out just who it was that deprived you of your humanity. So what was it? What was the worst of it?
The worst of it?
Yeah.
You mean the discipline for my parents?
What was the least fair thing that was done to you as a child, Jack? I'm here to listen to you. I'm not here to indict you. See, I think you want people to be angry at you so they don't feel sorry for you. Or you feel sorry for yourself. You'd rather be an aggressor than a victim. How were you victimized?
Man, I'm just drawing blanks. I mean, I can pull out some instances where I was paddled.
So why are you like this, Jack? What happened to you? What happened to you that made you like this? That made you want to put pictures of little girls, children of other families, other people. They don't want their children's pictures on your website. That's not your right to put their pictures up there so you and others can stare at them in the way that you do. What made you like this?
Well, again, as I pointed out before, I don't do that anymore. I'm not putting up pictures where they're focused on children, even if it is legal. I'm not doing that anymore. I thought about maybe putting up pictures of some of these things I go to, just real wide field shots, banners, maybe a little bit of the crowd.
Jack, why is it that you feel you have a right to go to a children's, dance recital or a picnic to observe these kids in this way? Why do you think that you have a right to do that?
Well, just because I'm not doing anything illegal. I mean, if there's a sign on the door that
children,
says...
Jack. Come on. I mean, you're making it dangerous for these kids, Jack. You're giving other pedophiles an opportunity to go to your site, see your ratings, and, hey, Jack, you know what's going to happen, Jack? One of these children are going to get snatched, and you're going to have to live with that, Jack. Okay, if I were you, I'd take down the site, Jack. Be a man, step up to the plate, and take it down.
What do you
think?
Well,
it is down, actually. As we
well, it should stay down, too, and I'm taking your traffic away. You type in jackmcclellan.com, you Google that, guess where it comes, pal? My anti-Jack site, and that's where it's going to stay. I have thousands and thousands of people supporting me, Jack. How many people do you have supporting you, Jack?
And I'll tell you, in 10 seconds' time, we traveled, Jack, from nothing happened to me that, oh, well, I guess I was paddled. And there are lots of questions that go after that. With what, by whom, in what circumstances, how humiliated did you feel? All of that.
Was that a question?
Well, it's several questions for you to ponder, but take any one of them.
Well, I mean, geez, I was paddled in school. It was legal up in Washington State at the time. I was disciplined by belt by my parents. I was grounded by my parents. But again, I don't see the connection. I mean, there was never any instance where I thought, well, we're looking back on it now as an adult, where I thought it exceeded the point of child abuse.
Jack, what?
All right, last point, Ron, go ahead.
Yes, if it weren't for Jack, my right hand wants to shake his hand, my left wants to knock him upside the head. Because if it wasn't for Jack, I wouldn't be here, and, we'd all be on our merry way. We got to concentrate on child safety, internet safety for our children. I mean, look, Fox News is doing this. This is great. Millions of people are watching this, and we need to be focused with our kids. We need to take care of our kids.
You're right. You're absolutely right, and that is why we're doing this. And we all sincerely hope, Jack McClellan, that you never hurt a child, as so many people who have the same kind of inclinations as you do have. And thank you, Ron Tebow, both of you, for talking with us today. Hopefully it sheds some light on a very troublesome issue that our society has to deal with.